once again. So the big question now is Wall Street expecting an upside earnings surprise? We want our bear to fill us in, along with our bull, Mike Rubino Financial President, and our bull, Tom Lydon, ETFtrends.com editor. Great to see you guys.
Great to see you.
So Tom, what do you say? Here we are up almost 100 right now on the Dow. A lot of optimism right now thanks to Alcoa. Is it going to continue?
Well, it looks like the Kudlow market melt-up is in full force, Trish.
Oh! How do you like that, Larry?
we're having a great time. And again, those that were looking for a correction in September and October missed out, and they were disappointed. So again, as we're in the hunt
everybody keeps
for
talking
earnings
about
season,
that correction. I mean,
yeah, it just never came.
It never came, but I guess will it? I mean, they're still talking about it. There's still money on the sidelines. Those guys have gotten pretty burnt. I'll throw this one at our bear, because I wonder how you feel right now, given that the market continues to move higher. At some point, do you believe it's going to stop? You got to be if you're on that bear side of the equation.
That's right, Trish. We think the economy is still very fragile. Unemployment is bad. The housing market is still on the rocks. Family consumption year over year is down 35%.
So why hasn't it happened yet, Mike?
Well, the market can go to unreasonable heights. We think it's a good time to sit back, pay attention to the underlying signals. We don't think there's a lot of great strength. Let's take our profits off the table at this time and let's look for a more proper direction.
So you'd sit it out to the end of the year?
It's hard to say. We'll keep an eye on it. If we get new highs again, we break 10,000, we'll reevaluate, but we've taken a little breather here, and we're going to watch. We took most of the gains that we had this year and said we're happy with them.
You know, first of all, Tom, you're very kind. I appreciate the push before. But let me ask you, Mike makes some, there are glitches in the story, but I want to ask you, the earnings reports, and particularly the top-line revenues. I mean, we talked to people who are more bearish, like my great friend Dougie Cass, and we had him on last night. He doesn't buy the top-line revenue story, and he doesn't buy the leverage for profits. Where do you come out on that one?
Well, I think you have to look at the sectors. In some areas like technology, yes, you know, the top line is increasing, not as much as expected, but you've got companies that are just flush with cash right now. You've seen more increase in M&A that is really pushing things along. And again, with kind of the hint that we're going to see better than expected earnings and $4 trillion on the sideline, Larry, I think this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you know, the train's left the station. You've got to jump on board.
And Mike Rubino, I acknowledge a lot of the glitches you were talking about before, but in addition to earnings, let me ask you, the Fed is going to stay easy. I mean, the last segment, the Fed's not going to make any tightening moves to defend the dollar. So does easy money provide, you know, a continued push here? We may pay for this in the longer term for inflation, but in the short run, easy money, good for stocks? How do you see it?
Well, I think businesses large and small are going to suffer from a lack of consumption. I don't see consumption returning with the unemployment specter that we have. And in fact, the baby boom generation, the largest financial force in the last 50 years in this economy, has probably left the spending party. They need to save for retirement. They need to recoup their assets, and that's their job one.
You say that, and yet at the same time, we get retail sales numbers that are looking a little better than expected. As Bob Pisani was just pointing out, luxury sales for vehicles have actually jumped significantly, and that's quite a sign right there. So I don't know if the consumer spending is dead and over right now.
Well, if anything, year over year looks fantastic compared to last year. Is the top line really going to return? I don't think so. The consumer is scared to death. The middle class is just wondering when the boom is going to come on their job. And that's what's holding people back at this time. Until that lessens up, we can't get very positive on the economy as a whole.
Just get a top pick from our bull, Tom Lydon. Tom, where would you invest right now? Where should people go?
There's a Spider Consumer Discretionary ETF that has a nice variety of retailers. And again, as we're about to get into earnings, rather than picking an individual, here's a great selection for you.
All right, John, we've got to leave it there. Tom Lydon, Mike Rubino, thanks very much. Coming up, a new twist.